is. Can you tell the people who you are for those of the new generation that might not know who you are?
What's up? What's up? It's your man Exile, Queens, New York. What's happening? What's happening?
For sure, for sure. Exile, man, I gotta ask you, man. I ask everybody that come on the show, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Um, pre pre anything that we know now as far as the news, but Puff Daddy and the Family album.
Yeah.
That's when
Okay.
I fell. That's when I fell in love with hip hop for sure. That album to me, front to back, is just uncanny.
Magnetic. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure,
No
for
way out.
sure.
Yeah, Puff Daddy and the Family. No way out.
Man, that was a crazy album. Crazy
Absolutely,
album. That was a
absolutely.
crazy time in hip hop, man. Like for
That's a
real.
that's a
For
fact.
sure, for sure.
Everything was shifting. A lot of things were
Yeah,
shifting. Yeah.
most definitely. Uh, can you talk about Queens, New York, man? How did that impact you to be the artist and the man you are today?
The culture of Queens. I mean, if you're familiar with New York, you know every borough rep their own. You know what I'm saying? You go Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, whatever, whatever. Queens is such a has such a culture to it, as far as the history of artists that come from out of here, to the way we dress, to our mannerisms, the way we create music.
Yeah,
Um, that definitely is what shaped me, is just living the life that I live in Queens.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Now, what other type of things did you experience like growing up? Did you grow up like with a mother and father in your household and everything? Or
Yeah, yeah. Both parents in the household. My mom worked two jobs, three jobs. My dad worked. Um, West Indian household, so it was a pretty strict household too. You need to get things done. You need to
yeah.
get things done. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay, with growing up in Queens, New York, man, that was like the home of MC Shan, man. Like, you got to think the bridge, man.
Yeah,
Without Shan, I feel like, Queens wouldn't have had that rep, you know what I'm saying? Shout out
yeah.
MC Shan. What you think about MC Shan?
Well, before my time, but I'm being a student of the game. I think he definitely is a pioneer in what hip hop, especially in Queens, sounds like. It's
Yeah,
that it's that it's that it's that melodic type flow rhythm that happens. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
it definitely he's definitely a pioneer for sure that helped shape hip hop.
for sure. Now, this question I gotta ask you, man. How did your peers respond to you being interested in becoming a hip hop superstar?
It, at first, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely like, you sure you want to do this? Do something else. You need to do something else. Like, the support wasn't there to initially, it wasn't there. It was halfway in, halfway out. So I had to do a lot of convincing. Like, I'm serious about this. This is what I want to do with my life. This is what it is. It took a lot of convincing and consistency, showing them that I'm serious.
Yeah,
And eventually it got accepted, and then that's what it is.
for sure. Now, what was the moment that they took you serious? They was like, okay, he really an artist. He really doing this.
I think my first paid show. I think my first paid show was, they were like, oh, okay, you are serious about this. You really want to do it. And I'm like, I do. Like, I take it serious. I work on my craft. I work on my writing, my stage presence, everything that I need to do. So he was like, yeah, all right, all right. So from there, for sure.
For sure. Now, do you remember your first studio session and who was the first producer you worked with?
Ooh, my very first studio session. Wow. Well, officially, my first official studio session was with my mentor, my man Clef B. He took me in, as far as like artist development, and showed me what it was to be in the studio, the etiquette. He even taught how the things work. Like, he wasn't stingy with knowledge. Like, he
Yeah,
showed, okay, this is the engineer board. This is what you need to know how to do. This is what you know what I mean. So it helps to have that knowledge where you know what's going on, and you don't have to solely rely on an engineer that
yeah,
could possibly lie to you or beat you in the head when it comes to certain things. So that definitely was, yeah, it was an experience.
For sure, for sure. Now, what inspired you to make music to make people feel good and uplift their souls?
It took a while to get there because I went through a lot of phases when it comes to music. I grew up very I grew up very like depressed, self conscious about myself, and a lot of my music translated through that. And it took me a while to learn to get to this person that I am now, where I'm okay with expressing my thoughts, okay with expressing my feelings. It's okay to tell somebody else that it's okay, and it took a while to develop that meaning, that understanding, and acceptance of who I am as a man and as an artist.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Now we gonna skip up into the future a little bit, man. I
All right.
gotta ask you this question, man, because when I seen this shit, man, it was like, man, this is crazy, man, to be an artist and to do something like this. What was it like opening up for the late great DMX and the Rough Riders, man? I gotta ask you that.
It was a dream come true because I like that's the person that inspired me to rap. Like when I heard his album, I was like, oh nah, I'm serious. I need to do this. I need to. So it was such a full circle moment for me. And I didn't believe it up until the day I performed. Like
Okay.
I was just like, some shit gonna happen. It's gonna get canceled. It's gonna be some funny shit. I'm not gonna be able to do it. And up until the day of me going upstate to the Chance Theater, and I'm like, oh shit, this is really happening. It's really
Yeah.
happening. The crowd is there. The place is packed, and it was such a dope moment to be able to do that, and then on top of that, have a conversation with him after the show. You know what I mean? Getting to speak and getting to speak and
Man.
interact with him and share jokes. He wanted the
Yeah.
shirt. I had a shirt. I had a promo shirt on me that says "My name is X." It's my picture with my face in the hoodie, and he looked at it and was like, "Yeah, that's a nice shirt." And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo," he's like, "Can I have it?" And I'm like, "Just do you want the shirt off my back?" I didn't. I
Right,
froze because
right.
I was just like,
Man, that's a dope hip hop story.
"Yeah." I
Yeah.
froze. I was like, "The shirt on my back." I'm like, "Yo, that's my name." And he was like, "Yeah, but you know that's my name too." And I was like, "You're right. You're absolutely right." You know what I mean? So it was a dope moment, and I don't take that.
For sure, for sure. Now, with you being from Queens, New York, man, I gotta ask you, man, what kind of impact did Nas give on you?
The storytelling aspect of how I write. That's who he was. He's a poet. He's able to paint picture the words, and I wanted to make sure that whenever I did something, you can see what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
it's enough where as I'm saying it, you can see it happening in real time.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Man, Nas is a great artist, man. He's still here, he's
absolutely.
still moving, still doing his thing. So shout out to Nas.
Shout out to Nas, Queen's Own.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Now we got Source Magazine, Power 1051, Hot 97, man. What was your feeling being on major platforms like that?
It felt good. When you get a taste of a certain level of accomplishment, you want more of it. So it was just motivation because I know it's like it's not the end. Like it's literally just the beginning. It's just the start. So it feels good, but you want more, and it's motivation to do more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood, understood. Uh, how did you get a chance to be on the stage with Tony Yayo, man? And did you get a chance to meet 50?
I did not. I've never met 50. Unfortunately, I've been to GM offices a couple times for interviews. As far as Jack Thriller, that night with Tony Yayo was we were at Angels, the strip club in Queens.
Okay.
Strip club in Queens, yeah. So it was again another dope night. You know what I mean? We got to speak a little bit, took a picture. It was a dope night. He's cool. He's very cool. He's cool as shit. He's cool as shit for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the next question, man. What was your message on the record good enough and who produced it?
Uh, good enough. Oh, good enough. That was
'Cause That,
Tone
that was
Jones.
that was a deep record, man. That was pretty
Yeah,
deep.
that was Tone Jones that produced that, and Good enough was just a reflection. I was really at a transitional period at that time because I'm like good. I'm like, damn, you went back. That
Yeah,
time, it was definitely a transitional period, and it was basically my letter to say that I'm starting to waver. Like, am I good enough to do this? Like, I've gotten so much questions of when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? When is this going to happen? And it starts to weigh on you, and then you start to feel like, well, damn, is am I on the right path? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And that's
yeah,
what good enough is. Like, no matter what, no matter how much I felt like I was wavering or how much I felt like I was doubting myself, something always put me back on the path.
yeah,
Something always put me back. So good enough was basically that letter to say I'm. You know, what I mean, I wonder, but I'm sure.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah.
Okay, on to the next question. Top five favorite lyricists of all time.
Ooh, not in any particular order. Eminem,
Okay, shout out
uh,
Eminem.
Royce the 5'9",
Shout out Royce the 5'9".
Lloyd Banks,
Shout out Lloyd Banks, crazy.
um, Busta Rhymes,
Shout out Buster. You know he crazy, man. That nigga
yeah,
crazy.
and Redman.
Red Man. Hey, why you say
Redman.
Red Man? A lot of people don't know Red Man is a real lyricist.
This is
That's
what I'm
crazy.
saying.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. So he doesn't get enough credit to one still be active and still rap the way he does.
yeah,
And he another is a pioneer who I feel like he doesn't get enough. He don't get recognition in my book.
yeah,
My favorite album from him is Doc's the Name 2000. What?
yeah,
Doc's the Name was for me was just like, what am I hearing? It's the creativeness with bars and the
yeah.
versatility.
And then how he put it, how the way he put the words and how he say his shit and all of that, it brings courage to the music. You know what I'm saying?
Exact. His cadence can't be duplicated. His flow is. You haven't heard anybody yet that sounds like Redman. You ever heard that yet?
You haven't. You haven't.
Yeah,
Man, that was a good top five, crazy top five, man. On to the
appreciate
next
it.
question, man. What are some of the things you do to prepare when you record in the studio?
Well, I always get there ready. Like I got everything written out. I've rehearsed it. I know what I want to say, how I want to say it before I get to the studio. So when I get there, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to load it up, load everything up. I'm
Yeah,
doing this, that. Depending on how long of a session I can do. If I get like 4 hours, I can probably do 4 or 5 songs. I can do a 4 or 5 clip in 4 hours, depending on what I'm doing. Um,
man.
yeah, because I love the creation process. It's dope to me.
Yeah, and I'm seeing you a lyricist. You a lyricist, man. How long did it take you to be able to put them words together like that?
Oof. To find where I'm at now, it took some time. You go through phases of it sounds good, but when you present it, it don't really sound that good. So I had to learn to even out my delivery as far as my delivery, my cadence to make sure that the punch hits because the line don't hit if it's not delivered right.
Yeah, that's
You
real.
know,
That's
so
real.
it definitely took time to perfect that. I don't want to say perfect, but definitely get it to where it's at because I'm
Yeah, and,
still
and I
working.
appreciate you for
Yeah,
being a lyricist, man, and keeping hip hop alive. And that's on to my next question, man. Is hip hop dead or alive?
it's alive. It's alive.
Okay.
You've got people like Kendrick. You've got people like Doechii. You've got people like Doja Cat. You've got people like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine.
Yeah,
Uh, so many that I can name that are keeping that alive. We just have to push it more.
yeah,
We a lot of people just focus on the mainstream, and that's fine. It's all well and good, but there's got to be balance in the force, if so to
right.
speak. You know what I mean? So we got to be able to push it as well as and accept other music. There's room for everybody. There's room for
Agreed.
everybody.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. This a kind of messy question, but I gotta ask it, man. What's your take on moguls like Puffy and Jay Z getting accused of horrific crimes?
Ooh. Wow. I mean, that's their business. That's their business. I don't know. It's it's crazy to see a lot of things unfold for sure. Because again, they are. I don't know about Jay. As far as I know, Jay is not in the equation of that. But Puff obviously is public
Yeah,
knowledge
shout
that
out Jay
everybody.
Z. Shout
Yeah,
out Jay Z. Peace and
yeah.
love.
So to see someone who pretty much shaped 2, 3 decades of music to have it to have everything come out like this is not. It's sad to see. Really, it's sad
Yeah,
to see. You know what I mean? It's not something. Um, that is to be celebrated. It's definitely something to be like, well, damn. And this
yeah,
conflict of to separate the person from the music, like the person from the art,
yeah,
because like we don't condone the things that he did. The things that he did were bad,
yeah.
but the musical side of him is the genius. So it's like you gotta be able to separate the two.
Yeah, that's real. And then I was seeing something on Instagram yesterday where they were saying, I forgot who it was, but he was saying basically like it was some things that he had on them tapes that could get some other people in trouble, and that's probably
To get,
why they trying to take it so hard on them. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's I listen. That's how the Rico work. Rico works as such. It's like they don't come after one person until they got everybody on the
Yeah,
string that's involved. Like who knows? He may not be the person that they want.
yeah,
It may be somebody higher than him.
yeah.
He's just the start of it. Who knows? You know what I mean? I think the trial starts soon, so we'll see how it unfolds.
Man, that's real, man. Speaking of Bad Boy Records, man, you did get a chance to meet G Dep. How was that?
Dope, dope. It was brief, but it was a dope vibe. It was at his album release party. A lot of people there to support. A lot of people in the building there to just see what new he's dropping, and
That's
he's been
real.
on a he's been on a good positive path since he's been out.
Man, shout out
So
my boy G Dep, man. That's family right there. Shout out my bad boy family. Shout out Mel Love, man. Man, that's
yeah,
love. Like I said, I was up there in Harlem with G Dep, Mel Love, man. That was pretty dope, man.
yeah.
We did speak about Jay Z, man. So I gotta ask you, how did you get the distribution through Rock Nation?
Um, the A&R at the time, Desi, she's still there actually. Desi, I was at a
Okay,
show a few years back, and I rocked. I was on that stage and I was working because I stage presence for me is everything. So when
yeah,
I got off stage, it was two A&Rs actually. It's B Lawson, B Lawson from Warner,
okay,
and it was Desi from Rock Nation, and she had plugged me with Rail Carter, who is the CEO of the Rock Nation Distribution,
okay.
and they offered me the deal, and I was just like, all right, I know what the stipulations are and how everything is supposed to work, and that's how it was. I've been with them ever since.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's a
Yeah,
blessing, man. That's
yeah.
definitely a blessing, man. We're gonna get a little political, man. What do you think about Donald Trump being in office for a second term?
I mean, listen, I don't know how to even comment on that. Like it really shows where we are and how divided we are as a nation. You know what I mean? It shows that there's still ignorance out there that want to see ignorance thrive. There's still people out there that just don't understand the process and what's best. I don't think any of us really know what's fully best for our nation, but we know that that person wasn't it because we got to see it firsthand.
Yeah,
So for them to spin the block on it is just like it's crazy. But we got to live in it. We gotta make the best of
for sure. Back to the
it.
artistry, man. What makes you stand out more than other artists in 2025?
Yeah. What makes me stand out more? I think for sure it's my ambition, my drive. You hear it in the music and you see it in the movements. Um, the work ethic definitely makes me stand out. I take my craft seriously. And when you hear me, I'm not just saying anything on a record. I'm not just saying anything on a beat. There's substance, there's subject matter. There's of flow and bars, but at the same time, it's enjoyable music. It's not. I'm not barring everything down where you can't find some type of interest and not be introspective about it or have fun with it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Understood. Understood. What message do you have for the youth, man? For somebody that might want to follow in your footsteps?
Remembering why you fell in love with hip hop. Keep remembering why you fell in love with what you do, because that's the energy that's going to keep you going on the days where it feels like, well, damn, what am I doing? Damn, why is this not working the way I wanted to? Remember why you fell in love with it in the first place.
Man, that's real, man. That's some real spirit, man. I got one last question before we get out of here, man. You got any albums, any EPs on the way?
EP, myself and my artist Nico Tesla Walk Down Season, that's dropping soon. That's dropping in May, and my new album Pray for Better, that's going to be dropping in June. A lot of music coming, a lot of work coming. It's going to be dope.
Yeah. Any tour merch?
Merch right now, Pray for Better merch is on the way. My new clothing line, Winter Circle, is also going to be launching soon. That'll be probably launched in June as well. We're working on the tour. Where I just had a meeting yesterday. I just had a meeting yesterday, so
For
tour
sure.
announcement. We're working on
For sure. I gotta say one more thing. I can't be on this and ask you about Kia bookings. How did you meet Kia?
that. I met Kia. Uh, Man, how did I meet Kia? I was in the model of looking for a management at the time, and I happened to scroll past her page, as well as another manager, Strawberry. And I had a meeting with them.
Shout out my girl Strawberry.
Yeah, and I had a meeting
Shout
at
out
their
to Lost
office.
Boys.
Yeah, I had a meeting at their office, and it was a dope meeting. Everything was good. Everything was clicking, and I was just like, all right. After that, we'll reconvene and get back to business and see how it works. And from there, you know what I mean? It's been like that ever since. She loved my music. I love what she's doing. I feel like it's a good bond. It works, and more to come. More to come.
So, and with that being said, I gotta get out of here. This is a message from Israel Picasso when I fell in love with hip hop, man. Let them know who you are again.
Exile.
Exile. Queens, New York to St. Louis, man. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
doing this, keep hip hop alive. Y'all tune in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps with the algorithm. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. Comment if you want to. Y'all help me keep hip hop alive. With that being said, I'm Israel Picasso. We out of here. Peace and love.